Before I start this video, I want to actually go ahead and announce that memberships are finally here on this channel. Yes, I know. For those of you who don't know what memberships are, they're a little bit of a special YouTube thing where you can actually go ahead and pay some money every month and you get some cool and exclusive perks from me. So maybe you want to go ahead and see more behind the scenes stuff, you can go ahead and buy the Tower of Heck tier for $5 a month. Or, if you really want to help support the channel, you could go for some of the more expensive tiers and get some cool stuff like early access to videos or torture me to play a tiered obby. Or you could just go ahead and pay for the lowest subscription. Still, you get some pretty nice perks like exclusive live stream every 2 weeks and stuff like that. So there's all sorts of stuff that you guys can go ahead and get. Nonetheless, if you want to go ahead and purchase one, just note that perks are not final, but they're pretty close to being finalized. If you wish to become a member, you can click the join button next to the subscribe button. And if you're on mobile, there will be a link for you in the description below if you are interested. But nonetheless, we came here to go ahead and hear me talk about Zone 5. Not go ahead and sell my channel membership that nobody's going to give a crap about. So without further ado, let's actually go ahead and get onto the freaking video. So, for those of you who have not watched my Zone 5 opinions and predictions video, you might want to go ahead and watch that one first, because that goes ahead and takes a look at some of the teasers. I give my own opinions about the zone itself, and stuff like that, and there is going to be stuff from that video that is in context to this one. So, do keep aware of that. But, if you're just here to go ahead and hear me give an explanation as to why Zone 5 is not out yet, well, then you don't need that video, but just do note you might not be fully aware of some of the stuff I'm going to be going ahead and talking about. So, nonetheless, let's go ahead and get this party started now, finally. Now, right away, you guys might actually notice something that is pretty different, and that is my voice. This time, I'm actually not having a script, so if you guys watch my Paradise Atoll difficulty chart rant video and the final stretch video, that's what this is like. This is genuinely just like a little bit of a rant. I have some things on my other monitor I want to talk about, and I'm just going to go ahead and talk about them. So you might hear me repeat myself a couple times, you might hear me stumble on some words. I'm sure you guys already heard that already because I did that multiple times. So yeah, just do note, this isn't scripted or anything. This is genuinely how I would speak and talk to people in these situations if you guys went ahead and ask questions, but that's beside the point. Let's go ahead and now talk about Zone 5 in of itself, because last video inside of Zone 5 opinions and predictions, I went ahead and revealed that the lobby progress for Zone 5 was finished. So pretty much the lobby for Zone 5 is complete, and Urchin pretty much said that, well, bug testing is now the last thing left preventing the zone from being released. The thing is, he said that in my Paradise Atoll opinions and predictions video. That video premiered on July 7th. It's now going on 2 months later, since that it has been at least confirmed and shown to the public that the lobby for Zone 5 is actually finished. And another thing is, we have not seen Vendetta actually go ahead and show bug testing progress for Zone 5 at all. So many people have been going ahead and been asking, like, well, what the hell's going on? We know little to nothing about Zone 5. There's no bug testing progress at all, so we don't even know genuinely how close it is to releasing. So it has been a little bit tricky, because many people have been asking me, and many people have, of course, been blaming me. And before I even say anything, I just want to say that I am a little bit sorry about that video, because I put out, like, it was supposed to release very quickly, and I completely forgot something in terms of predicting the release, is that it usually takes around a little over a month after the lobby is finished for it actually to be released, which would have been around a month after August 10th, but I should have gone ahead and gave them some leeway. So I do feel like that I am kind of the reason why many people have been going around and going, whoa, hey, where the hell is Zone 5? But, however, you guys may not know this, but the thing is, we've actually gotten some additional teasers you may not actually know about. The thing is, not all the teasers for Zone 5 are actually posted inside of updates and teasers. Some of them are actually posted inside of JTO channels, and that's what has happened. There are not many, but there's a couple. Like, for example, we got to see Anticlimactic Outcomes Portal. We also got to see Urchin inside of COCE, and this is actually pretty important, and we'll talk about this a little bit later. But we did actually go ahead and get a pretty big teaser very recently. In fact, it was only a couple days ago. This was our last actual, like, big teaser of Zone 5 ever since we got the Portal Room teaser. I think that's the last one that we got. So this was really nice to see after not hearing little to nothing about the zone in terms of teasers for like probably a month. It's a picture of this cat that I'm calling Dr. Neko Schmertz. So yeah, go ahead and spread the word that the cat inside of this core looking thing in Zone 5 is officially now named Dr. Neko Schmertz. If you don't get the joke, then you don't get the joke. But beside the point, we've gotten some Zone 5 teasers, and this is definitely a good sign. But the thing is, we're not here to go ahead and talk about Zone 5 teasers. We're here to talk about bug testing, because that's the thing that is the most important right now. Because it has been confirmed in the beginning of July that the lobby's all finished. And here we are in the end of August, and we don't even have a bug testing progress thing for the public to see. So we clearly need to go ahead, and I'm gonna go ahead and take a look through the Discord and give you what I was able to find using my own public information. So let's go ahead and get into the bulk part of the video, where I actually sit down and talk about the bug testing progress for Zone 5. Alright, let's go ahead and first of all head right back to this image, the one I was telling you about Urchin playing COCE, because this is actually a very important image in terms of talking about bug testing progress. But, however, when I was actually looking through stuff, I actually found a TOGT portal teaser, so that's cool. We found something else. I believe not many people know about that one, so there you go. That's another exclusive teaser for you. But this picture is of Urchin inside of COCE. And here's the thing that you do not get to see unless you actually take a look. Urchin actually is going ahead and trying to beat COCE legitimately, and he actually succeeds in doing this. And this is very good news, because why would you go ahead and just rebeat your Citadel just casually inside of Zone 5 if you weren't, as a side effect, bug testing it? So that's something I find very interesting, and this is good news. At least we know that COCE is bug tested. So when was this happening, you asked? Well, it happened a month ago. Exactly a month ago when I'm making this video. It happened on July 24th. But nonetheless, at least I can assure you that there has been bug testing progress that has actually happened. And I would like to believe that Citadel of Corporate Enterprise is finished for bug testing in Phase 1. And this is definitely would be good news, because COCE is one of the more complicated things inside of the zone. So this could mean that a massive issue, like stomach or whatever, for bug testing has been fixed. However, this is where I get to go ahead and give you some bad news. I was told by quite a few people after the video premiere that for Paradise Atoll, the bug testing progress we saw was not the JTO team's bug testing progress, but Vendetta's own bug testing progress. And this is very important, because this is the bug testing progress that we see, and this is really the bug testing progress that matters. However, even if this isn't true, and that this is an overall JTO team bug test, I can assure you that Vendetta's bug testing is taken very highly in terms of bug fixing. So either way, if it's Vendetta's or the JTO team's, Vendetta's own bug testing is a huge aspect in terms of Zone 5. And this is where I get to go ahead and talk to you about Zone 9 and its secrecy in terms of tower selections. And why is this important? Well, let me go ahead and explain it to you. For those of you who do not know, Ring 9 tower selections were kept completely hidden from the public until release. We got to see some teasers of some towers that were going to be in Zone 5, but we didn't know every single one of them until the the area's release. So, why is this important? Well, Vendetta pulled out a poll a little bit after release asking if people liked this method of revealing towers, and it overwhelmingly was a yes. So, if this is the case, why didn't this happen in Zone 5? Well, I can go ahead and explain that to you very easily. This honestly could deserve a full video, but in short, keeping the towers secret was a huge mental strain on builders, and different builders were given different treatments and knowledge if their towers were put in or not. So because of this, some people knew their towers got in, some people didn't, and people were very stressed out because they didn't know what was going on. And, well, this deserves a whole nother video, and honestly, it's a very touchy subject that has, it's actually fairly interesting, believe it or not. And, like I said, it deserves a whole video. It's a very complicated topic. But another thing was, it was very unpopular with the staff team. I talked to multiple staff members about Ring 9 towers being secret, and they were like, yeah, it's kind of we need to go ahead and do something else. So, for Zone 4, it seems like, or excuse me, Zone 5, they've went ahead and done some of this stuff. For tower selections, we did not know any towers that were inside of Zone 5 until classifications were complete. So we didn't know any of the beginner towers until all the beginner towers were selected. And, well, why is this important in terms of bug testing? Well, one of the few people that do actually liked the Ring 9 towers being secret was Vendetta. Vendetta is one of the main advocates for this type of stuff, from what I'm able to see from him and the way he acts inside of sub-servers, like JTO Basement and stuff. And, yeah, I think you can see the thing here. I think Vendetta is keeping the bug testing secrecy on purpose. I think as part of the towers being revealed, he decided to go ahead and keep bug testing progress for Zone 5 a secret. So I do not think we will ever see anything in terms of bug testing progress at all, which means that the zone could just surprisingly release one day, or we get a bug testing report after Phase 1 is up. But my guess as to why it seems like Zone 5 is not being worked on is because of this reason, that Vendetta just simply decides to keep the bug testing a secret. So, this does have some consequences. Obviously, it seems like there's no work inside of Zone 5. And second of all, many people, including myself, are like, what can I be hyped for about Zone 5 when I have no idea how close it is to being finished? Honestly, if you ask my opinion, I think the bug testing progress should be publicized, because at least we are able to see the progress. And another reason why bug testing might be secret is because of people like me who were like, yo, the bug testing progress is too slow. And Vendetta could have been like, in the JTO team, we're like, yeah, this is annoying. Let's keep it secret so then we don't have all these people complaining to us when bug testing progress is slow. But if this is the case, they kind of don't understand the reason why we are complaining about it. It's because we're genuinely f***ing excited for the new area. We want to go ahead and see it for ourselves. And we're so excited for it. But when we don't see it, how can I be excited over a picture of Dr. Neko Schmerz? It doesn't get me the same amount of excitement as seeing a couple new towers in Phase 1 of bug testing finished up. So, in summary, I do not think we're going to see any progress in terms of bug testing for Zone 5. And I cannot answer you the question of, do I think Zone 5 is soon coming? Because, honestly, I'm going to go on a whim here and say no. It seems like bug testing is fully reliant on Vendetta, and if Vendetta slacks off, well, that's it. The area's not going to release. So this is what I would do if I was Jukeries and was in charge of JTO. First of all, I would not go ahead and let Vendetta have all of this authority over bug testing. Like I said inside of my Q&A video, the way the JTO staff team is structured, in the same way with development, is a few individuals have a ton of power, and this is a massive flaw, especially when we're talking about bug testing here, when Vendetta has such a huge monopoly over it, because then areas aren't going to get released if he sits back and does nothing. So, this is a massive problem. We need to go ahead and let the entire JTO team actually bug test here, and go ahead and actually fix bugs. First of all, there needs to be a very clear amount of, like, very constant flow of information to developers about bugs getting fixed. I have no idea what's going on, but I don't want to be a developer and just all of a sudden, here are 300 bugs in towers that I need to fix. Like, come on, this isn't good. But probably the most important thing that I am actually starting to get very scared about is that Zone 5 is getting extremely close to October. And the thing is, the longer that Zone 5 sits not released is genuinely it's genuinely scary. School is starting up or has started up, and that means developers have less time to go through and bug test. Now say the JTO team slack off for another 2-3 weeks and we get to near the end of September, and now all of a sudden the Halloween event is now ready for bug testing. Now we got a very ugly situation where there's 2 different areas that are waiting to be bug tested, and to make matters even worse, the JTO development team soon gonna have to consider getting the Christmas event up and running for this year. They're probably soon going to be selecting people for that, and well, yeah, I think you can see now there's a little bit of a problem. There's a lot of work that is happening soon. And if Zone 5 doesn't come out, well, then Zone 5 could easily be delayed for a very long time. So, definitely in my opinion, the entire JTO development team needs to get out there and go ahead and try to get this zone out. Because here's the thing. Say over the next week, let's say it takes a week, the JTO team work extremely hard to go ahead and get bug testing finished. They work hard, they push it out, and it releases next weekend, right? That would be Labor Day weekend, September 4th, whatever. They would have to probably spend a week or two going around, fixing bugs, doing some additional additions for Zone 5. But after that, they probably have around 2 weeks in order to rest in terms of waiting for bug testing to resume again. So, if the JTO team work their butts off now, they'll go ahead and have some time to rest before the event season. Whether if they just sit and just let Zone 5 sit, they're not going to have that time of rest anymore, and they're going to get overworked, and the JTO community is going to complain to them and stuff about stuff not being released on time like last year. So, yeah, I definitely do think that Zone 5 bug testing needs to be a huge priority at this point. But this is obviously just what I think. I'm not trying to manipulate the JTO team. This is just what I would do in this situation, right? And obviously, I do have some concerns in that regard. But pretty much, in terms of Zone 5's bug testing, I have no idea how close it is to being finished. All I can really tell you is it seems like that TOAO, TOGT, and COCE have gotten some sort of a visit by the JTO team, because TOGT got that Easter egg add to the portal, and then you had Urchin playing COCE and stuff like that. Yeah, sure, TOST was shown as well, wouldn't be surprised if that's done. So I would have to guess that bug testing is around halfway or 2/3 of the way done, but until bugs get fixed, if it's anything like Paradise Atoll's fixings, where it took until like the bug testing was actually finished for stuff to get fixed, then it's gonna take a little while. But nonetheless, that's really it. I am not sure as to when Zone 5 could come out. I would guess the earliest would be a week, and that's if the JTO team go ahead and shift into second gear. And that's if they decide to go ahead as well and be like, if Vendetta is slacking off, be like, we're not going to go ahead and really use your bug testing too much this time, compared to what we're used to. We're going to let the whole JTO team do it type deal. So, well, that's what I think in terms of Zone 5. Let me guys know what you think. Maybe you see something different and a different thing that has been said. Feel free to put it in the comments, but one very cool perk of being a member is you get to see your name at the end of videos. Yes, if you click that join button, or if you're on mobile, click that join button in the description below, and go ahead and buy a membership, you can go ahead and see your filthy little name at the end of my videos. How cool is that? But nonetheless, thank you guys very much for watching. Let me guys know if you're still excited for Zone 5 a lot, despite not knowing too much about when it's releasing. And I really hope you guys have a good rest of your day. See you later. Bye-bye.